meantime, we are wrapping up Women in STEM Week here on the Morning Report, and it's only fitting that the Maine Women's Hall of Fame will welcome 2 new inductees tomorrow.
So one of them is NASA astronaut Jessica Meir out of Caribou, and our Chloe Thibault joins us this half hour with more from her interview with the doctor. Hello.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, a big takeaway from our conversation is Dr. Meir wants people to know her path to becoming a NASA astronaut wasn't always easy. In some cases, she had to fail before she could succeed. Here's part of the second half of our interview.
Have there ever been challenges that you've been up against that have just kind of presented barriers that you've been able to get past, though?
I think that's one of the most important lessons, and something that I always talk about when I am speaking to anybody really of all ages. And that is to remember that you do need to push yourself and to take a risk, to go slightly outside of your comfort zone and to not be afraid to fail, because that's when the great things happen. And sometimes I think people look at their heroes and look at their role models and they think, oh, they've done it all. They've had this road and they've succeeded at everything. But that's never true. All of us have had setbacks. All of us have had challenges that we have to overcome. For me, one example of that is the fact that I had applied before. I started applying to become an astronaut as soon as I was realistically competitive. And in the class of 2009, I actually made it all the way to that final round, the final 40 to 50 astronauts. I was here at the Johnson Space Center interviewing and interacting with all of them. And I wasn't selected that year. And, we know realistically there's such a small chance of it happening. And so I walked away from that, of course, disappointed, but, a little bit dose of reality.
What would be your main tip to young girls and women who might want to enter STEM fields but don't really know where to start?
Well, the exciting thing is that the STEM fields, science, technology, engineering, math, they open so many doors. So I love to encourage so many people to get involved in that, because you never know where you might end up with all of that. And there's a lot of diversity within that. Science, there's biology, there's chemistry, there's physics. You can get into engineering, math. There's so many different pursuits that surely you can find one that really resonates with you. And that's my biggest piece of advice, is to make sure you find the one thing that you're truly excited about, the one thing that just gives you that fire, that's your real passion. And then you'll know when you find it, and then you can start all of the hard work. But you need to identify that particular passion, because I really do believe that is the only way to truly excel at something. And then more importantly, to be happy at the end doing so. So find that one thing. There are a lot of different options out there. Just find the one that really resonates with you. Go for it.
Such great advice right there. And you can read about the rest of my conversation with Dr. Meir a bit later this morning on our website and mobile app. The 33rd annual Maine Women's Hall of Fame induction ceremony is happening tomorrow at 1 p.m. at the University of Maine at Augusta campus.
Thank you, Chloe. That was great. Really great.